Well, hello there. It's the Archivist from tradingcardarchives.com. And today we're going to open some mail, and then I'm not exactly sure what we're going to open in the actual video yet. We'll figure that out once we get into the mail. The title is a little bit strange. We'll talk about that too. But for now, let's just get going. I've got a few packages here. I think, yeah, just a couple packages, so nothing too serious. I've been gone for I was actually gone for a couple weeks, so I had filmed a bunch of videos ahead of time. So I filmed like 8 videos in one weekend, and then just scheduled them all to be released while I was gone. And I was traveling for work, and of course, my work kind of does these like huge events, and so they bring like everyone from all around, literally around the world, right, to our sort of like our main campus area, and then we do these big events for the whole week, and then everyone goes back home. And these days, that kind of thing is like such a bad idea. Like that, like just it just sounds like a bad idea. Like, why would you do that? Like, people get sick now. COVID exists, diseases exist. And so the reason I'm talking about that is you can probably hear in my voice, I got sick. Um, it's actually like the kind of the worst thing because, like, okay, so I'm at all these events and I'm like feeling myself getting sick, right? But I'm also hearing everyone else around me is clearly sick too. Like, a lot of people were sick when they got there, and some people are wearing masks and stuff and like trying to help. I gave up after like the second day and just didn't even wear one anymore because I'm like, this is pointless. There's thousands of us, right? Be like literally over 1,000 people were crammed into like one little room there at one point. It's just like the people who are supposed to be announcing things are getting sick, like the special guests are getting sick. It's just not a good idea, right, to do this kind of thing. And so yeah, I got sick and I had to fly home, and uh my wife and I, Mrs. Archivist, and I had a little trip planned. We were going to go to Palm Springs, just to visit the desert and stuff. It's kind of nice there this time of year. It's not too hot yet and everything. And of course, she doesn't want to go with me because I'm sick, right? So she's in the Palm Springs, sitting in a hot tub, getting massages and things right now, and I'm at home sick, and I'm like trying to deal with all the things here. Anyway, so yeah, so sorry if I sound a little bit sick. It's because I am sick. So here, the first package we have. This is actually from Historic Autograph, and it's part of the reason this title is here, actually. So let me. I don't want to get political or anything. I definitely don't want to get political, just because like that doesn't help anybody, right? But Last Boat Out is a title for a lot of things. If you search Google, you'll find many ways to complete that sentence, right? There can be last boat out of various places, right? I don't want to name the places because, again, I don't want to be political. But I will say there's a lot of different places. Like, you're probably thinking of one, depending on where you were born, you're probably thinking of one specific one, right? It's probably real raw to you. And I'm telling you, depending on where you're born, you're thinking of a completely different ending to that sentence. And I know that sounds weird, right? Because if you were born in the United States, especially if you lived through the 60s and 70s, you have a very, very, very specific ending to that term in mind, and you probably think that's the only possible ending to that sentence, right? And I'm telling you, it's not. There was actually a whole other one that was just as bad, and it happened to a completely different country that you probably never even heard of. And you can end that sentence a totally different way, and the people from that country don't even think about the one you're thinking about. They only think about the one that happened in their country, right? And I point that out because that is a key thing. In moments like this, that is something we need to keep in mind more than anything else, right? These experiences that we're having that we think are like special and unique and everything, and they're horrible and they're bad and it's terrible that it's happening, right? It's happening to everybody, right? It's not just us. And it's really, really important to think about that because we're all in this together, right? Right now we're suffering, but we're all suffering, right? It's not just one person or just one side. It's everybody, right? And I don't know why we made the choices that we made, or what. I can't explain any of that. I'm not even gonna try. These things happen. Now we're here, and we have to deal with it, right? And so the reason I picked this title, Last Boat Out, is because these packages that I have here, not this one, but the other one I have, feels that way. It feels to me like it was the last package to get out of Zhengzhou, China, uh, that port city there, where AliExpress has their big warehouses, to us. And the reason it feels that way is because I was gone, right, for 2 weeks. Like, I was just gone from the world, basically. Like, they keep us, we're very sequestered and things. Like, for a lot of time I was underground, right? Like, I didn't even have cell signal. So yeah, it's a very strange experience. But anyway, I'm out now, right? And in that time, the stock market had like some of the wildest thing. Like, I was just going back and looking at what, like, it's not so, it's kind of, it's like bad, but it's only like 4,000 points down from where it was. But I guess at some point it was like 8,000 points down, or so. Like, completely insane things happened, right? Well, I wasn't even watching. And then I came back and I'm like, oh, this is bad. And I look back, I'm like, oh my God, that's like really bad. I don't know. I don't know why that happened. Who knows? I guess that's what people wanted. Uh, AliExpress has basically shut down. I don't know how else to explain it. Go to AliExpress, go to any of your favorite shops. They're just empty. They're just empty, right? My boutique card store, no listings at all. Anime card store has like 5 or 6 listings, but they, this anime card store, right? Again, sorry, I'm kind of sick. And I'm also ranting. I shouldn't be doing any of this. This is all great. I hope this is like really good content. This is going to be fantastic content. You're going to love it. I'm also drinking coffee. That helps too, I'm sure. Everything helps here. Anyway, yeah, so you go there and they're just all empty, right? Anime card store. They used to ship like 6,000 packages a month they would ship, right? Now they're just empty. They're nothing. Like, they went from 6,000 to zero in like a week, right? The listings that they have won't ship to the US. They like say right on them. You go try. It's just like, this listing will not ship to your address, right? Any US address. This is all, I assume, because of the tariffs. Again, I don't really know. I asked on Discord actually, before I started the video, because I'm like, hey, does anyone know what's going on? Is there any like hopeful news that I can give? And maybe I should check, because in case there is some. But there wasn't before I started the video, so who knows? No, none yet. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. I had read somewhere that maybe some of the vendors were going to come back on the 7th, and that makes sense to me. And so, okay, let's flip this rant a little bit, and let's talk about what I think is going to actually happen. When, again, I was gone, right, for like 2 weeks. I don't know what happened. I wasn't here, right? I assume if you were here and like living that stock market roller coaster day to day, it probably felt pretty scary, right? You were probably really scared on the days that it was like 8,000 down. You were probably like terrified, right? I was gone, so I didn't get to experience that. I only get to experience it in the past, right? So I have kind of a special perspective I'm trying to share with you here. That's why I'm doing this. Uh, I didn't feel that fear, right? I only get to look at it in the past and go like, oh, that's crazy. I bet that sucked, right? That's literally how I'm looking at it, right? Because it came back up. I'm fine, right? Everything's fine now. It's weird, right? And that's the point, right? AliExpress looks like a dumpster fire right now. It looks like the biggest, and I live in Los Angeles. We specialize in dumpster fires. Like, we specialize in it. We'll shut a whole highway down over a dumpster fire. We're very good at this in this city. Probably the best in the world, maybe. I don't know. Let me know if your city does dumpster fires better than Los Angeles. Let me know. But I'm gonna fight you on it, because I have seen some dumpster fires that have been taller than like, and they started in dumps. Like, you think I'm joking? I'm not joking. These started in actual literal dumpsters and then became skyscraper. We're good at this. Anyway, okay, so AliExpress looks like that right now. You go there, everything's just empty. But at the same time, these vendors were making millions of dollars the month before this. They have that liquidity. It's there, right? they're not just going to stop doing this. Like all those Card Fund, Kaio, they have massive printing factories. Kaio has hundreds of stores, physical stores, right? Like this isn't going away, right? This being cards and things, right? It's going to continue. It's just a matter of figuring out how it's going to continue. And so we should look at what happened in the stock market last week, and we should look at what's happening in AliExpress right now in the same light. They're the same thing, right? Uh, the stock market had to go 8,000 points down because people need to figure out how to deal with it. Once they figured it out, it starts to go back up again. It's like, oh, okay, we can deal with this, right? Whatever it is, right? I don't even know, 240%. Like, it sounds silly to me. Like, no one's ever going to pay 240% tariffs. And like, I see it on Instagram and stuff, and I know people are panicking about it. But at the same time, that's not reality, right? Like that's not real. And it's not real because of math. I'm fairly well off and I can't afford that, right? If you make the cost of a Ford truck 240% more, you're just not going to sell any, right? Like it's not that you're going to make people really poor and crash the economy. That's not what will happen, right? What will happen is you won't sell any trucks. Ford will go out of business. The people who work there will lose their jobs. Everyone else is going to be fine, right? Like that's what's going to happen. The economy is not going to break because of this, right? And so because of that, Ford is not going to allow that to happen, right? And so right now, Ford is talking very, I'm sure, with their most polite voices to whoever is making these decisions and just telling them kindly, like, hey, if you do this, we're going to go out of business. All these people are going to lose their jobs. These people work in states you might care about, right? That's what's happening right now, right? And that's why things got pulled back and the announcement, like it's going to be that way for everything. AliExpress will be the same way. This is now me giving you a little bit of hope and even predicting a tiny bit here. And feel free to just skip past any of my rants. I do this once in a while. It's totally fine. You're not going to hurt my feelings. But yeah, AliExpress is going to come back. They're going to figure it out. They're going to come back. Maybe they have to send all the cards to Brazil. That was one of my ideas. Maybe they send all the cards to US warehouse. You know, maybe they just take a ship, put all the cards on them, send them there, pay the tariffs once. The card prices are 30% higher for everybody, but now they ship from the US, right? Maybe that's how we deal with this. Maybe that's what's going to happen. I don't know, right? Or maybe it all just comes back to normal. Maybe whoever is making these decisions just goes, never mind. Hey, it was a big joke, right? And maybe that's what happens, right? And everything just comes back. But that's what probably will happen. Anyway, long story short, the reason I'm opening historic... So I'm laughing right now because all of that rant was literally just to explain why I'm opening up historic autograph cards now. And you also noticed I'm probably opening, some Super Break Sports. I'll probably be getting some more of that. And also more Marvel stuff too, right? I have to do some Western cards and things now because I just don't have the anime cards. This package I'm about to open is the last one I was able to get out. I don't know when I'll be able to order them again, right? And so I'm going to kind of ration. I might do like 2 anime card videos and 1 Western card video a week, for the next couple weeks until things get back to normal. And that's just me kind of protecting my own stash here, right? Like I don't want to burn through all my anime stuff and then have nothing, right? And so I'm gonna do that. That's me pulling back, just like the stock market did, just like AliExpress is, right? Like it's the effects of these things are real, but they're not scary, or they shouldn't be scary to you. If they are, I'm sorry. Like I can't make it not scary, but I can try to explain it a little bit, or at least explain the way I look at it. Anyway, enough about that. Okay, so this is actually kind of a cool thing. So I was not going to get this set. This set costs like $150, and you only get, like a few cards in the pack, in the box. But at the same time, it's got some just insanely good relics in here, like really, really high quality relics, like full-size signatures and things. And it's from our founding fathers, so it felt kind of relevant to me. And also, this was recommended by a YouTuber. When I open this, I'll explain their YouTube channel and everything because they do such a good job looking at these cards and looking at the Super Break cards. I really just want to talk about their channel. Like, I subscribed, I've watched all their videos now. I'm kind of like obsessed with what they're doing, right? And so they recommended this. They were like, this is the best set. And what's awesome is the day they recommended that, Historic Autographs also said, hey, we're going to do this customer appreciation thing, right? And so anyone who orders from our store, so I ordered this directly from them, in the next, the next 25 orders or something, we'll get this World War II overcoat relic. And so that's what I have here. So this is a 1 of 50 overcoat relic. And now World War II overcoats, they're not that rare. I understand that. We have surplus stores here. I could go buy a whole overcoat for less than I paid for this, right? That would probably be possible. But at the same time, it's kind of neat to have the relic and to, it's 1 out of 50, and to know this was a customer appreciation piece, right? This isn't something you can just get from one of their boxes. So that's kind of okay. Let me stop talking about historic autographs, because good lord, I feel like I've spent my Rant energy for like the year now. But I also feel like whatever happened in these past 2 weeks, which again is probably, there's like, this is the part that is so hard to see when you're inside moments like this. But somebody is going to write a book, like whether they write it from the good side or the bad, whatever good or bad means to you, I don't care, right? I'm not trying to be political, but someone's going to write a book about what happened, right? Probably multiple books. Those people are going to get rich from selling those books, right? Someone's probably going to become a college professor and like have an entire college program designed only around what happened in these last 2 weeks, right? Like the Tariff experiment or whatever they'll call it, right? It's going to be like a redefinition of economic theory for years. Right? I already see it happening on the internet. Like people are already kind of like coming up with, and I'm not talking about just, the two sides yelling at each other. That's always going to happen. I'm talking about people coming up with like really robust economic reasons for why the market reacted the way it did, and how to build portfolios that won't get hurt that way the next time, right? Like we're learning a lot from this. It's terrible, but it's true. And so that's kind of a silver lining of things that is so difficult to understand. Okay, so now for our last vote. and what a last vote it is, right? If you can only... Sorry, I'm sick again. I'm trying to not talk. Well, I have to talk, but I'm trying not to cough too much. But yeah, if you could only get one, let's say you knew everything there was to know about trading cards from China, and you knew all the best sets that are out right now. You're me, basically. You're the archives, right? You can put one order in, one, like the devil like comes to you in some supernatural way, a puff of smoke, and is like, ha ha ha, we're going to shut down all shipments from AliExpress for a month. You're allowed only one order, Mr. Archivist. What would you pick? Right? You got it. You only can pick one. And without even knowing that that was the case when I made this order, I did that. I picked the thing. This is it. I would have picked Mofusand. This is actually the order I would have picked, right? And so in a way, it's perfect. Like it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Because this is precisely what I would have picked if I if I didn't if I had known I was only going to get one more box out, right? It would have been Mofusand. These Mofusand cards. Yeah, so these things are awesome. I opened one box already. I'm gonna open another one. I just know I'm gonna do that. I might even open two just to like get the second one opened. We're gonna be giving one of these away. I might give two away. I don't know. I'm gonna try to find like the best looking boxes. They all kind of got bent here on this edge. That's just gonna happen. This one might be. These two here, I think, are kind of in the best shape. So I'm going to put these aside as our giveaway boxes. And then I'm going to open up these two today. And I'm going to open all the packs. I'm going to open all the packs from one. I've never done that before, right? I'll talk about that in a second. I had to sell some of these before. But had to, well, it was different from that. It was much better than that. Let me actually fix the title, let me pause, reset myself a little bit so that I'm your typical calm archivist, not this ranty person who came back from this trip all sick and everything. I'm sorry about that. Let me reset, get back into my calm space, and then we'll come and we're going to look at some of the cutest cat cards you've ever seen in your entire life. These are so cute and amazing. Honestly, they've changed my entire attitude. Like, I was getting a little dark there. I'm now like not dark at all. I'm very, very happy, and I cannot wait to open these up. Pausing now. All right, and I am back. I spent a little time talking on Discord again, just because some people started to reply to my comment. And I guess nobody really knows, but it seems like if you set your country to something other than US, you can still see all the listings. So the stores have their items, they're just hiding them from US shoppers, which, makes sense. This is some kind of, whatever. We've decided to fight each other. I didn't make that decision, right? I don't, it's not a choice I would have made. But somebody made that choice, and I guess we're all going to do it now. And so that's what we're doing. Interesting, fun, I guess. Hopefully people are having fun. I don't know. I mean, the point of this world was to have fun, right? Like, that's why we came here, right? So hopefully whoever is making these decisions, like, they're having some fun. I have to hope that, at least, because if they're not, we're not. Like, I don't know what's going on anymore. But whatever. Try to have fun. Yeah, so the people on the Discord say that things should get back to normal, within the next couple weeks. They say like May 6th or so is kind of the magic date. I guess that's based on some tariff thing again. I'm really trying to stay away from the specifics of this, mostly because I'm not smart enough to really understand that. Like, I can program computers. I'm really good at that. I can what can I do? I can build I can build like websites. I'm pretty good at that. I can film talk and stuff. I'm kind of good at that. I don't know if I'm good at it. I can do that for like a long time. But yeah, I'm not politics. I'm not good at. I've never been good at that. My whole life, I just kind of am like, nope, not interested. Even at work, right? Like, things get political at work sometimes. Like, two teams will be fighting over budget or something like this, right? And I just want to hug them and be like, hey guys, we're all on the same team here. Like, big hugs. But it never works, so I just back away and let them fight. They, like, in a way, they seem to be enjoying it. So, like, go for it, man. Like, I don't want to stop you. Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, hopefully things get back to normal. I'm gonna show you the flyer for this, even though I feel kind of bad about it because I can't link this. The link doesn't, like, it will go to nothing right now if I try. But this is the flyer as it was. This is kind of an expensive product. It still is an amazing product. As you can see here, it's like over, $120 for 4 boxes, right? So this is pretty expensive, but very good. And I will be giving some away too. And I'll talk about that in a second here too, because I guess I haven't talked about giveaways at all, and we probably should. But here's all the different rarities, right? And these are great. I have to, what was it? Gosh, I forget now what rarity oh, they got one of these. Yeah. So what happened is I did an auction, a charity auction actually, for kittens, because Mrs. Archivist and we don't have any here right now, but we'll get some more in the next couple weeks. We'll get some more kittens now that we're both back from traveling. Like, she's in Palm Springs. I was up north. Things will get back to normal. We'll get kittens again. But yeah, we did a charity auction, and one of the items in the auction was a pack from this box. And that's why I didn't get to open a whole box yet myself. This will be my first full box just for me. But yeah, the winner got one of those YSR cards. And so yeah, here's all the different rarities. There's a lot of great, a lot of really great looking cards, like super cute looking cards, cats in costumes like this. And all the cats are always like a little bit fat too, which is, you know, you don't want your cat to be too fat, that's mean, but a little bit is perfect. And so yeah, I like it. They're super, super cute. Uh, Cats as food, cats in costumes, cat calendars. We got the keyboard cats, cat sushi, like a lot of cat sushi going on in here. A lot of die cuts, a lot of like gimmicky cards, which I also thought was super fun and cute in this set. And so yeah, I really wanted to get more, and I like screwed up the first order for 4 of these and then had to like do it again. And I guess the day I did it was probably the last day that they did shipments, because after that it was gone. Like the next day, no more, right? And so yeah, this is something we have now, but I don't know when I'll be able to get more. I guess I should stop saying that. Like it seems like maybe the 6th of May, but we don't really know, right? Uh, So for now, I'm going to treat these as if they're the last ones I have. And yeah, so let me talk a little bit about giveaways. Let me talk about, let's talk about that first. So yeah, we are at what, like 1,930 subscribers, which is amazing, right? So the next giveaway I'll do, I'm going to do it at 2,000 subscribers. I might do it earlier though. I say this just because I know the silver tree doesn't like it when I talk about how old I am. But I was born in I don't have as big a problem with it, but I was born in 1981, which does make me quite old, and that's okay. Again, you know, we do what we can, but I might do the giveaway at 1,981 subscribers, just because it matches the year I was born, and I think that's kind of cool. And it's close enough to 2,000, right? But we might wait till 2,000 too. I'm not entirely sure. But the next giveaway will have one of these boxes in it, so you'll be able to win one of these. And I'm thinking to do the next giveaway with, I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it yet, but I want to do something different and like more fun. So I almost want to create like a shopping spree. And this idea, let me know in the comments what you think of this idea. If, again, this assumes you survived the 10-minute rant there and you're still here watching the video, which, bless your soul, you're an amazing person. But yeah, assuming you are, let me know in the comments what you think of this idea. But basically what I was thinking to do was assign a price, like a fake price to every box, right? So like this one, I might make it, you know, $40. That's about its actual price, right? Or maybe I'll make some fake currency or something. But 40 points, right? And then what I want to do is, if you win, you don't just win like 3 boxes, like that's normal, right? What I want to do is I want you to win like a spin on a wheel, and then when you spin the wheel, you get a certain amount of money, sort of like what's that game? Wheel of Fortune, right? And so let's say you get you know, maybe the top one is $200, right? And that lets you get, you know, maybe 5 or 6 boxes, like a lot, right? I want the winner to get like a lot this time, like twice as much as before. But I want it to be kind of fun in how they assemble it, right? And so like if they want, they could get the cheaper things. Like I've got old stuff in there like Captain Tsubasa and stuff. I might make just $5, right? And if they want, they could get like 10 boxes, right? Or something. Like, again, I don't really know. Let me know if you think that idea would work. I'm kind of worried about it, only because I did something before where I did like 3 winners and one was in the middle of the list, and I got 2 comments during that giveaway, not one but 2 different comments saying that was too complicated. Like, no joke. Like, they were just in it, they were like, oh, this is really complicated. I'm like, wait, it's like the first, the last, and the middle. Like, that's too complicated. And so I'm thinking like this thing where you spin a wheel that you like, no one's gonna get this. It's too complicated, right? Let me be honest. Let me know if it's too complicated. I'll just think of something simpler. But I thought it would be fun just to make it a little bit more like almost like a game show, right? Like I could do my game show voice. We could have the wheel, like it could be kind of cool. But I don't know if that sounds too complex. Let me know. Uh, that's what I'm thinking for the giveaway. The other thing I should talk about is this old mat. You probably noticed I posted my 1000th video. That's happened, right? Don't celebrate. We're not celebrating that. I talked about it before. I have a new mat. I designed it. It took me months. I sent it to Inked Gaming. They started working on it a month ago. It isn't here yet. They haven't finished. It's not shipped. They're having tons of trouble. All the same problems everyone else is, right? I'm not even. I didn't even email them, just because. Like, look, I get it. I know they're having trouble. Like, they're in this world with me too, right? So I understand. So I'm not gonna give them a bunch of crap. They're doing the best they can. When that Mac gets here, that's when we're gonna have the 1000 video celebration, and switch the mat and all that kind of stuff. But we've done it 2 or 3 times in the history of the channel. It's always a big moment. The new mat is really cool too, so I think you're gonna love it. But it's not here, so we're gonna hold on that celebration. We might not do it till 1010 videos, but we're just gonna pretend. It's like when you're a kid, right? And sometimes you have your birthday not quite on your birthday, but you have it like the next weekend. It's gonna be like that. This is this. So they basically wanted to make like an animated box, and that's why it does that. But it ends up looking like a glitch cat. There's no hip packs in these. So these boxes just have big packs, no hip packs. There'll be like a fat pack like this in there. At least that's what happened last time. There's the inside. Otherwise, beautiful box design. Really do like these. And also high quality box too. Like, other than looking a little glitchy, it almost feels nicer than the other boxes, if that makes any sense. And then, yeah, I opened 2 of these just so that I could get packs of these sort of into circulation. So I'm not going to open any of these packs today. I'm not even going to feel them because I don't want to kind of spoil it. But I want to be able to give these packs away to people who, if you order from my eBay store or something, if you order something expensive, like, you're not going to get this if you order a $10 card. But if you order like a $30 card and it's a cute card, I might give you a Mofusand pack with it. So that's kind of why I wanted this box open. That's what that box is for. The other 2 boxes are for giveaways. So I'm just only going to put one in at a time. What that does is it means that, like, the person who wins first place can't take both of them, right? I do that with the pony boxes, the Gundam box. I have a bunch of boxes that are that way. And that way, the first person can take the good boxes and I'll just put new ones in. And then the second person can also take them. Third place, sorry. I don't have that many, right? These are, yeah, anyway. That giveaway pile is worth, like, probably over $1,000 just in product, right? So yeah, it's a little crazy, but that is what we do here. Okay, so here's Mofusand. Again, I'm sorry, I'm just like, these cards are amazing, but I have to actually talk about them too. They are super amazing. There is a cat burger, which is incredible. The other thing, I haven't really talked about this either, but I guess I might as well, because it's, I mean, hey, we're packing every single thing into this video. Why not add more, right? It's been 2 weeks, right? So I haven't been able to talk to you guys for like 2 weeks. So much has gone on. But the other thing that happened is the archives, like the trading card archives as a project, right? So think about, this is a YouTube channel. It's also a website. A lot of people don't know that, but there's a website. You can go there. There's actually a really kind of neat database with scans of all the cards. I still have my scanner. I haven't done scans in a long time, and I'm sorry. But there are a lot of scans. There's like 1,000 scans on there, and they're really high res, but they're all old stuff because I just haven't scanned anything new in a while. But it's there. There's articles there, checklists, like a lot of cool stuff. So that's part of the project too. There's also an eBay store. That's a very new part of the project, right? But it was always planned. And so the archives as a project was not meant to be a money losing venture, right? It was a money losing venture for 2 years, actually more than 2 years, because I was buying cards, right? And I was buying like mats and uh, stuff, right? To just make the archives work. And as I do that, I'm keeping track. I'm spending money, right? But I'm not really getting a lot of money back. I wasn't selling any cards except a couple small private sales, which I would keep track of, but they're not important, right? They're not really going to offset the costs of this thing, right? The archives had a budget, a burn rate. Burn rate just means like that's how much money we're spending each month, of about $400 a month. Averaged out. Some months were 800, but some were literally zero. Like this next month is going to be zero because I can't spend any money, right? Or very little. I might buy some Western cards, but probably nothing. Whereas last month it was like 1,000 because I was trying to like get ahead of these tariffs, right? And so I had a lot of product coming in, a lot of Western product, which increases my costs, right? Because Western boxes cost a lot more money, right? Like I can get one Western box, or I can get 10 Chinese boxes. So it's tough. But anyway, I had this burn rate of about $400, so you can kind of figure out what the total cost of the archives was, right? But the archives was always about introducing people to these cards, building up a collection, trying to get some kind of market in place, and then putting the collection into that market, right? Now, there's a lot of cards I'm keeping, like a lot of cards I really like, and I'm not going to sell because this is also a hobby and something I do because I seriously enjoy it. But at the same time, I've opened over 400 different sets over these 2 years. I can't make a binder of all 400 of those. That's just not realistic, right? I don't have enough time. So I pick and choose. I have about 10 or 15 sets that I'm dedicated to and keeping good cards from, and like they're part of my personal collection, right? Not the archives collection, but things that are in the archives collection, I'm more than happy to make available for sale, right? And so we did that at the beginning of this year. We started the eBay store, started selling the cards, and basically right when I left for this trip, almost the day that I left, the archives became, net profitable. And that just means that the amount of money that the eBay store has brought in, minus taxes and everything, not gross, net, right, is more than the total cost of the archives. Now, it's a little weird because that also includes some of those private sales. It includes the little like I don't make a lot of money from eBay, from YouTube ads, but it includes that. The website actually makes a little bit of money from ads. It includes that too. So you got to add that all up. AliExpress affiliate account, it includes that. But if you add everything up, it did become profitable. So that's pretty awesome, and it took a long time, right? But it's kind of neat to see a project like this go through that full cycle, right? And now I can start to think about the budget of the archives in terms of how much money it makes. And so I can start to make this a sustainable venture, right? One that doesn't cost money, but is generally profitable, or at least even. Like I don't need to make money from this. I have a regular job too, right? Uh, it's as I'm an engineer, right? That's what my job is. So I look at a project like this as an engineering project. Like, can I build a market, a presence in that market, and then I'm going to use the word exploit here because it's an economic term, not because I feel like I'm exploiting things, but can I exploit that market then to turn the venture profitable, right? And to me, that was all just engineering. And I know it's strange to think about, like, but I love doing this. I love talking and ranting. And clear, I'm very good at ranting. Very good, very good. I don't know. Anyway, I can rant, and so like all of that is part of the engineering of the thing, and then the thing has to make money too. And so it's yeah, I've enjoyed all those aspects of it. And yeah, I have no intention of stopping either. Like we're just gonna keep going. Like in fact, like it's more exciting now than it ever has been because I can now start to look at those eBay sales as fuel for the archives, right? And there's a whole other aspect of all of this that I never talk about. I think I've talked about it like twice in the entire history of the archives, so I don't think anyone really knows about it. Even Mrs. Archivist barely knows about it. But but yeah, there's a an investing portfolio side of this where all of the money that is used to pay for the archives comes from a kind of special investing portfolio that I designed. And I know that seems weird, but it's true. And now that it's profitable, it's kind of the same way again. So it's very interesting. Like there's engineering going on basically everywhere, right? There's this market engineering of the YouTube channel and looking at the cards and choosing which cards to buy and which to show and all that. And then there's also the financial engineering side of it, of trying to figure out like, okay, so now we have money. What do you do with that money, right? Uh, and I forget the name of it, but like all the big companies in the world have a financial arm. I should talk about this card. Sorry, this card is awesome. So I've been talking about finance. Let me talk about trading cards. These are so freaking cute. You got like a 5-leaf clover here, a Sunday. But this one is one of the like hit cards. Might be my box hit. It's not, this isn't a case hit or something. We got one in the last box too. But it is a very cool looking card and kind of a stained glass type card. But yeah, all the big companies in the world have money, right? That they just have. You think about like Google or something, right? Like they don't run zero accounts. Like they're not living paycheck to paycheck, right? Like they have money in their accounts. They spend that money to pay their salaries, to buy computers, to goats, to cut their grass. I don't know, stuff Google does, right? Uh, but they also make money from ads and things like that, right? And so they make money, they spend money. At any given point of time, they have X money in their account, right? That's not just sitting in a savings account, right? Or worse, a checking account. Like that's not like Google doesn't just keep $200 million sitting in a Wells Fargo checking account earning 0.1% interest a month. Like that's not what they do, right? Like Google actually has, well, Alphabet is the parent company, but there's a financial division under them, which is as big as any hedge fund in New York. Like it's that big. It has that many people working for it. And that company's job is just to figure out how to invest Google's money, right? And not invest it in Google, invest it outside of Google so that they have a diversification and that they're safe from even their own operations, right? This is a critical part of being a public company these days. And if you go and look at all the big tech companies and really any big company, all of them will have a financial arm like that that's sort of managing and investing their holdings so that they don't go out of business if something goes wrong with their core business. And this is just like risk management, if nothing else. It's also very profitable, but if you think of it only in terms of things I have to do because I'm a public company, then it's like risk management. But that's what they do, and so I know about all that, right? Because I've been in the world for a long time and worked for a lot of different companies and founded companies, and so I understand how this kind of thing works. And so when I build a project like the archives, I engineer it, even though it's just me, right? It's just me, right? I engineer it with all those components. And so the archives had a financial holding company component. I'm laughing right now. You should also be laughing. This is almost like a joke, but it's true. And when I designed this project, I designed it that way. I designed it as, okay, so we have, this marketing side of it. We have the earning side of the eBay side of it that's going to be doing selling and things. We have to manage all that. We have to make sure that we don't corrupt one. Like I don't want the the fact that we're selling on eBay to corrupt what we're doing here, right? Because I just want to show these cards off. That's what I'm trying to do, right? And so in a lot of ways, like there's multiple CEOs of these companies, right? And when I put my eBay seller hat on, I'm trying to make as much money as I can from those cards. But at the same time, I'm also wearing the Archivist hat where I'm trying to just show off these cards and get people excited about them and be like, hey, you don't have to pay $200 for a box of trading cards. You can pay $40 and get this. Get a cat typing on a keyboard with a little gerbil next to it. Amazing, right? This is not a $200 box of trading cards. This is a $40 box of trading cards. I want to show that to the world. I think that's really exciting. And then there's also a financial engineer, a quant hat that I put on. And when I'm wearing that hat, I'm looking at the holdings, the amount of money the archive sort of has in its account. And I'm trying to think, like, what can I do with that money to make the most possible amount of money for the archives for next month, right? And all three of those are happening at the same time. Which again, I'm not trying to brag or anything. There's nothing special about this. Like anyone can do what I've done. And in fact, people do it all the time. People do it all the time way better than I do. It's just that a lot of people don't do it as explicitly. Like to a lot of people, making the money is the goal, right? When people start an Instagram influencer channel, so like they want to make money, they want to get rich, right? I already have a lot of money from my regular job, so I don't need to do that, right? So for me, it's more of a toy or like a fun exercise, playing a game almost, right? Like it's like playing a board game almost, but out in the real world. And so it's a very interesting way to think about things, I think. And I know that that's a very privileged thing to even be saying out loud, and I realize all that, and I'm sorry. But at the same time, I want to share that because you can do it too, right? Like I did this. I'm not that smart. Like I'm not some crazy smart person. I'm not really good at presenting things on, I mean, look at this video. I'm not good at this, right? And yet it worked, right? And so, or it kind of worked. It didn't work great, but it kind of worked. I can only imagine that if, well, I mean, I've seen it actually, because there's people like my friend, the trading card collector, right? Or Anime Explosion. Like these people dedicated themselves to this in a way that I didn't, right? Like in a lot of cases, they quit their regular jobs and just became people who's oh my God, this card is amazing. Just became people who sell trading cards on Whatnot, and they make a lot of money doing that, right? So it's totally possible. I am unsure what to even think of this card. This card is incredible. That cat is just, oh my God. This whole set is incredible, but that card is amazing. I hope you've seen that here today. I've been really trying to like show these cards off, and I'm also like talking about the weirdest stuff. I'm sick, if I didn't mention that, so I'm blaming the kind of strangeness of this video on me being a little bit sick. That's my excuse right now. Oh, we got one of the standee cards. Oh my God, this is epic. Okay, let me put that over here because that's going to be amazing. Yeah. Hopefully you still learned something, enjoyed the video a little bit. I don't know. If you have any questions about any of that stuff, leave a comment. Let me know. I love talking to people about these kinds of things. I just don't talk about it very often because like it's like when Deadpool breaks the fourth wall in his movie and he starts talking to the audience, right? Like me explaining to you how the archives works as a project feels weird when I'm also like doing the archives thing right now, right? Like it's weird. But at the same time, I do want you to understand like that's what it is, because I'm not trying to hide anything, right? Okay, so let's look at this card. This is I think a kind of a standee card. It's at least a folding card. Oh, it's like a pop-up book. So that's what it is. It's literally, yeah, it's exactly like a pop-up book. Ha! Well, now. That is absolutely amazing. And I'm so I am just like, yeah, that's awesome. That is really a very, very cool card. I'm super happy to have pulled that. Wow. Okay. Incredible. Amazing. Um, and with that, I think we'll end the video because I feel like I've talked a lot. I probably talked too much, if that's possible. That is possible, and I have done that. So I'm gonna stop talking, and yeah, enjoy the video. I don't know. Hopefully you endured this video, and if you didn't endure this video, I think I need to talk to a lawyer. But hopefully you endured this video because the alternative is kind of dark. But hopefully you did. Um, I promise I'll get back into normal archivist mode soon when the world returns. Anyway, sorry, enough jokes. Please have a great week. I know that's asking a lot, but do it for me. Find a way, find some way to have a good week for me, okay? I need it, you need it. Let's do that. And for now, I'm gonna sign off and yeah, have a good week. You deserve it.